Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I am Justin Allen. I'm here with my buddy Moses Wartooth, and we have a very special guest for you today. It's Kaylee Olivas, and she is going to give some insight into what it's like being a part of Gen Z, because I'm a little nervous. I'm like, yeah, it's weird. Like, it's a different type of talking, so, yeah. But yeah, Kaylee, man, thanks for coming in. Like, we're super excited to have you on. I know when I approached you, I was like, oh, what? Yeah. Because, like, a little insight is Kaylee and I actually work together. Yeah. So, in the hospitality industry, and no, I'm not a male hooker. Like, and she's not a traveling sex worker. But the thing is like, we do work together. Mm-hmm. And I got to know you a little bit, and I was like, I like her personality, I like her vibe. And I mentioned that's what I did because you were one of the few people that actually cared to even ask what I do in my free time. Yeah. And so you told me a little bit about you, and I was like, you know what? I think we can make an episode about Kaylee. And here we are. You know.
There we are.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Now, I know you're only 20 years old, and that's kind of like the whole point of this show is to get someone who's a little younger on, because we do have an older audience as well that listens to us, and you always hear about the bitching and complaining and moaning, like, there's always something wrong with the next generation, right? And so we just thought it would be cool to give someone from your generation a voice, a platform to be able to say what they wanted to say. And for us, like, because we're millennials, Moses and I, you know, we're...
Yeah, and we talk shit about other generations, too.
We talk shit about our own generation.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
We really, really do. We go hard on millennials.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's really bad.
Yeah.
That's actually, like, I need to talk to my therapist about that because that is a big focus on my stand-up. Yeah. By the way, August 23rd, buy tickets. Small Price Productions. Anyway, but yeah, man. So just tell us, you know, who you are, kind of where you're from.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
All right. Well, there's not much to say because, as you said, I am only 20, but a lot has happened in these 20 years that I have been alive. And,
so to kind of like tell you, like to have a personality like yours, I'm a firm believer that people have to go through some things.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the people that don't talk, the people that don't laugh, the people that are just like disgruntled, like yeah, they may have been through some stuff like a normal human being, but they ain't been through the shit.
Oh yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot for me to get here.
Because eventually, and that's honestly like how I discovered stand-up comedy. Is like you find the joke, you find the humor in the tragedy. And the only difference between, someone very important once said, the only difference between a comedy and a tragedy is just time. Yeah. So, but yeah, so you've been through a lot, man.
Honestly.
So dump on us.
No, honestly, I think the reason that I am the way I am and I am this confident and funny is because I don't have a dad. You just gotta, you gotta bear with me.
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh at that, I guess. But
I'm bringing out the notepad.
You gotta bear with me. Sometimes you gotta.
I only bring the notepad out for like the real serious interviews.
Sometimes you just gotta go through things to be where you are now.
So let's back up, man. So what year were you born?
2005.
Okay, and what's your mother's maiden name? Trying to get you a login information. But you were born in 2005.
Yes.
And so for me, like when I hear that. As someone who was born in actively scammer, that's all it is. When I hear that, I think how absurd it probably seems to you. I was born in 1991, and the world prior to 2001, like September 11th and all of that. Like, you don't know anything about that world. So, you came up in 2005, so you're used to social media, mass
internet in general.
Like, like police states, all these things. Like, where a government can just literally just be like, just turn you off. Yeah. You're used to a world like that. So, you've never experienced, like, I would consider to be, like, borderline true freedom as a citizen in society. The illusion of freedom, yes. So, I don't know. That's just something I thought about. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like that. Because we used to just skateboard and, like, drink, like, 40s and, and smoke some Mexican brickweed. You know, but then our parents just thought we were staying at a friend's house.
Yeah.
You know?
And we were behind the house on the AC unit smoking.
There was no Live 360. There was no... Metadata? What was that? Like, what?
Yeah. I think the only time I really did have freedom was whenever I was a kid. Because, I was like those 2012 kids, they're growing up to like be iPad kids.
Yeah.
So you mean kids born in 2012?
Yeah, 2012 and up. They're born with iPads, and then their parents, give them, little to no restrictions to it.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't really born with electronics. I was born with playing outside. And you can ask her. We were outside all the time taking mud baths.
Oh, yeah. So Kaylee's aunt, do you want to say hi real quick? Because she's actually her aunt who's younger than her. What's up? Yeah, just go stand beside Kaylee. Like, there you go. Is actually here. Yeah, that's actually her aunt, and she's 2 years younger. So.
Yeah, it's because I'm adopted.
Okay.
Okay, so no dad, adopted. What else you got here?
We'll get into it. So anyway, all right, Sarah, you can go sit again. Because we'll start like talking, and you'll just be standing there for 20 minutes. Like, what do I do? So anyway, so are you born? Because we service the East Texas region. Like we try to interview people like locally and stuff like that, right? And that's kind of obviously how we met. Like we work together and stuff. Were you born in Texas? Is really what I'm getting at. Okay. Were you born like here in East Texas? So you've like been through the trenches. Okay, so Kaylee is born, right? So your mom pushes out the baby, right?
Yes.
We start there.
Okay, well, I had a dad once in my life.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, did he come in a tube? That is a play on word. Words. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it's
I'm about to cut that one out. That was a good joke.
Natural birth, we got the
No, it's just... Actually, I had just found out a lie, too. So my whole family, like, for 19 to 20 years have been lying to me. So my dad was actually at the hospital when I was born. And he held me. And they had been telling me that he wasn't there. So I've been
What was their reasoning for that?
You know what? My family's fucked in the head.
Yes.
Like, a lot of it. And...
So is it okay? So you're born in 2005, basically to a single mother for the most part, right?
Basically, yeah.
And is that how you're raised your entire life?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you're growing up in this weird, like this weird world where there's a lot of technology. Like it seems like every day something is coming out that's new, that's dramatically changing our lives, right? Yeah. And so you have to grow up as a person. You have to develop a personality, like an ego, like the concept of I. And you do that in this weird world. Like, I couldn't even imagine, man. Like, what?
I mean, it would be normal. If it's all you ever know, it's this day-to-day life.
I could see that to be some degree. Yeah,
I mean, like, aside from Bluetooth toasters and shit, like, who cares?
Do you ever do you ever worry about like future generations? Like, oh, it's gonna get far worse.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it. Okay, first of all, AI is taking over everything.
Yes.
You're not gonna get the freedom you got.
I'm against it.
Yeah. I'm against it. Sorry.
Yeah. He's all about it.
You guys are going to lose, so.
I'm
just saying, I'm cool with the robots.
Going around the world. Have you seen those robots?
Hey, so I'm going to kill this fan.
No, it's basically just been my mother all her life. My dad was a part of it, and then he's just like, no, see y'all later. So he left, and then my mom wasn't the very best mother in the world.
Sure. Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, I am the oldest, so I kind of didn't get the childhood I was supposed to. I was forced to kind of grow up and raise my siblings.
You were the test dummy.
Yeah. And so the reason that I am mature at the age of 20 is because I had to raise myself as well as kids. Like, I was 11 raising like an 8-year-old.
Yes.
How many siblings do you have?
2.
Okay.
One of them is 17 and the other is just turned 13.
Yeah. So so you're dealing with, like, you're growing up. It's obviously you have normal life stuff, right? And then you're dealing with, like, this weird, like, generational stuff. And then there's, like, the new tech coming in and everything like that. And then we won't get into it, but, like, the political spectrum is, like, swinging far left, far right. It's like,
the game.
Yeah, either we got, like, communist China or we got Nazis running in. Like, there's no in between, right? So, and everybody's like, when are they going to open the FEMA camps? You know? And but so you sit down and you start to, you know, like, you're dealing with all this stuff and everything like that, and then you probably, I'm sure at some point in your life, felt that the older generation was just like, fuck Gen Z. Yeah. So how does that make you feel when you're like, okay, like, because I know you work hard. Like, you work a legit job. And I know that you've been through these things in your life. And then to have some, like, fucking douchebag that, like, that inherited some money because mommy and daddy died, and I'm 60 years old and I'm just trying to hold out long enough to get my Social Security check from the government, is telling you, you're a piece of shit. Yeah. How does that make you feel, man?
Okay, it makes me feel like shit.
Really?
I've kind of always...
Because that would piss me off. I'd be sending pipe bombs. No.
We don't condone violence on the show.
No, I just, like, I've seen it as just... I see everything as bullshit. Like, and... People, okay, sorry, but millennials mainly.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be sorry. No.
Yeah, millennials, baby
we
boomers.
know what we do. It's okay.
I have a 15-minute set where I literally just call, like, millennials, like, faggots. like, you know,
Yeah, just like millennials, baby boomers, they're all shitting on the Gen Z and just calling them lazy because, not even because they have they have visual proof that we're a lazy generation, but just because we were born in the 2000s. Yeah,
so it's almost like some weird discrimination.
Yeah, it's just like they hate us for being young.
And
it's not our fault that we were born.
Give it time.
It's a personal, like, bias that I have to check. Because, like, especially, like, even, like, you know, because I do the comedy scene, like, you know, do shows and stuff, and even, like, podcasting and meeting, like, people that we interview and stuff. Yeah. When I meet someone who's, like, significantly younger, say 18 to, like, 25, somewhere in there, I immediately have all these, like, assumptions. Yeah. I'm like, they're not going to know shit. Yeah. Like
that's
you know, there's no key piece of information you're going to give me that's going to enlighten my life. But I don't think that's true. Truly. But it's just something I jump to. It's kind of like when your dad says racist shit, like, every, like, Thanksgiving.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, but he's like, he's just old. He's just old, and so you let him get away with it, you know, because he just says some out-of-pocket shit. He doesn't mean it, you know. But you
like, you old bastard, you'll be dead soon, whatever.
Holy shit, that was good.
That caught me so off guard.
You hanging in there?
Yeah.
You know what? You're only 14 minutes in, so... Doing good.
You'll know a little something, I guess. Most of my life.
But yeah, so I imagine, like, as, like, a Gen Zer, man, like, that's got to be, like, frustrating because it's like they're judging you based on a world that no longer exists. Like, the scale and standards of that, right? It no longer exists.
It doesn't apply.
And it doesn't even apply if you could still bring it back.
Yeah.
So you're adapting to a new environment. And then you have all these people telling you, you're doomed. The world's around shit. You suck. And then somebody gave them a voice on the internet, so now they just shoot shit. They just shoot it into the ether on, like, Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and then you guys get to reap it. And people wonder why Gen Z is kind of like, you know, fuck the boomers, like, fuck all this other shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because you're literally just, like, honestly, for a lack of better words, abusing them online. Like,
I mean, literally, Gen Zers, we're all saying, fuck millennials, fuck the baby boomers, because they're all saying, fuck us. Yeah. It just, it goes back and forth, and then once we do that, they wonder, like, oh, we're older, we know more than you. Okay, well, then I figured you know how to be more mature. And stop talking shit.
Yeah, you would think.
You're old, you should know something. So...
But yeah, man. So, like, you know, and Moses and I, we go to college, and which I haven't enrolled yet. It looks like I'm taking fall too. But so the thing is, like, we're surrounded by younger people all the time. And so we get to see this quite frequently. And, like, we're in, like, a weird position because we're not, like, old, but we're not, like, young either, right?
Yeah, we're just in that awkward phase where we don't really fit in.
It's like, it's basically all your 30s.
Yeah.
It's just like you're fighting your 40s, and then you're still clinging on to your 20s.
You're like, I'm still young, and they're like, no, you're not. Like,
yeah, the doctor's blood results say different, you know, where it's just like, yeah, dude, your liver enzymes are through the roof. You need to stop today. So, but yeah, man, it's a very interesting experience seeing both sides of the spectrum. And I think, you know, we can kind of bridge that gap because there is a gap, right? Because the thing is, like, those people are going to die. Newsflash. You are going to die at some point. And the people that are going to be left to deal with everything are going to be eventually, at some point, newsflash,
the robots.
Gen Zers.
So. I don't, like, mean this in a harsh way. Like, obviously, you have to be serious in order to live. Like, you got to be serious about a job. You have to basically have money to live.
It's called being responsible.
Yeah. You have to have that responsibility, but also, we all die. So why are you, you know, over here making, you know, harsh words to, you know, my generation? And also, I even speak for my generation to millennials and to baby boomers if we all die.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Like, like that meteor that's supposed to hit Earth in like 3 years. You know? They were saying whatever happened to the dinosaurs is like 100 times greater or some shit. It's like, oh yeah, we're not going to be here unless we all go in the ground or in the ocean. That's it. And do you have money for that? The answer is no. No, that condo in fucking Miami is not going to fucking finance the construction needed for that shit.
Zuckerberg's going to be laughing at us from his bunker.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. Like I sympathize. I empathize as well. Like,
and you have to deal with these people because you work in the hospitality industry. So you have to wear a face and be nice to these guys who are actively just shitting on you.
And we haven't even really gotten to like what you do for work and all this other stuff. And it's like you're dealing with these people. Do you ever have an interaction when you walk into it and they see you and you just instantly know you're just like, oh, this person is not going to respect me. This is going to be an issue. They're going to immediately create a problem. Yes. And what does that person look like and go?
A Karen.
A Karen? I was going to go with black, but yeah, there you go.
No,
little side story. Kaylee was really worried about like what you can and can't say on the show, and I was like, "Hey, we're a comedy satire page. We sometimes do serious interviews." So I was like, "I'm gonna throw out some stuff to like make her kind of squirm in her chair."
No,
but yeah. So a black Karen, go. Yeah, there we go.
No, I find.
Yeah.
Or is that when like an unstoppable,
no, it definitely
force
exists.
meets an immovable object?
No, it's like, never mind.
No, I find.
Well, you can explain to us what a black Karen is. What?
An old white woman is more
bitchy.
Yeah, more bitchy than a black person.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't racism.
It's not. I mean, I'm a firm believer. It's not racist. It's true. It's like it's just a fact, man.
I'm just saying, like, even I'm not being racist to my own kind.
If you got hate in your heart, just let it out.
But no, I hate Karen so bad.
But so, do you run into the Karen? Like, does that happen all the time?
Yes,
like it's so frequent.
All the time.
So, do you think that is limited to like our region in East Texas, or that's just like a global phenomenon?
It's a global pandemic.
No, it's literally
that's
everywhere.
The real vaccine. Right there.
It's like a disease.
Now, do they, from your perspective, do they all have like a similar haircut? Is that like a true thing?
Oh,
that really is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So like they're just rude to you for no reason.
Yes, just because they're having a bad day.
They're
or
just
something.
cunts.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck dick. So my thing is like, why even like, because you do work in like, the service industry, the hospitality industry. Why even go out to eat? Why even talk to people? And like, it's like, I hate it to some degree because I go out, okay, let me back up. I go out to eat all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay. My girlfriend, even, you know, before I was even dating her, like, you know, still just go out to eat. I'll go out to eat by myself. Like Moses will tell you, and he never leaves the house. Like, you know, so we're complete opposites. But, you know, and I've always been nice. I've always been hospitable to people. And the thing is like, when it comes to that type of person, and I've seen that a lot, like in person, I'm like, why do you even leave your house? Because when I'm leaving, it's either to blow off a little steam or it's to kind of celebrate something. Like whatever it may, it's supposed to be a good time.
I'll leave because I absolutely have to. And even then, I'm nice as shit to anyone I come in contact with. There's no reason for me to be a dick. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
That speaks to you as who you are as a person.
And he's like the biggest asshole I know. And like even he's
and I'm
like,
nice to every
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's honestly just like they enjoy it. They enjoy it.
And that's what it is. They like belittling people.
Yeah. It gives them, I think they're so out of control in their own lives. Yeah. And especially when you talk about the Karens, because let's get real, okay? Like, this is a real fact.
Yeah.
And there is data to support this. Those women typically got hitched to a breadwinner, right? Mm-hmm. Okay? Some man that was like making all the money and like doing all the shit and everything in the house, right? Held down the household.
She had a better haircut back then.
And so she built this inflated self-esteem of like importance and worth and all this other shit. And so she walks into an environment where someone, because they work for corporate America, is subjected to be like, hey, I have to deal with you. And there's rules and guidance on how I have to deal with you. But you don't have any rules. So then they get to exploit you. And I think one of the best things you can do is fundamentally, when you're dealing with someone, when you're judging someone, is you judge them based on how they treat people they feel are less than them. And I'm telling you, like, those types of people are not long for this world, and they typically die alone. Like, and the only reason they have people around is because their kids are trying to scrap up some of that condo in Miami. That's all that is.
And honestly, most of the Karens are millennials. It'll either be either it'll be
what
millennials.
What a fucking plot twist, dude! Like, honestly, I was going after boomers, man.
No, millennials. They'll be your age.
Really? Yeah. Oh, dude, I would beat them in the street.
They'll be your age, or it's either a millennial or just an angsty teenager. But although if it's an angsty teenager, I don't call them Karen.
So that brings up a whole other argument, man. Okay, so everything I said
every generation. It's literally every generation.
So it transcends every generation. Because I'm thinking it's like older people.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was older people too.
It's every single generation.
You're literally the youngest person I know, outside of your 18-year-old aunt that's sitting in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, I find it amazing that I'm on here because you're kind of getting a taste of what it's like to be Gen Z.
Well, welcome to having a voice and having a platform. Like,
yes. I mean, you're getting
I see you opening up more
knowledge.
as it's going on. Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
No, I don't mind. But, basically just millennials, and
so
it's just the hatred towards Gen Z that
so
they have.
Do you think, because this is like a particularly like, all right, back up, because I know you don't know a lot of like story about Moses and I. People listening, they're going to know. All 20 people who actually listen to our show, they're going to know. But between Moses and I, we've been to 50 countries across the world. Like, I spent the majority of my adult life overseas. He spent quite a bit of time. I mean, he lived in England. He's been to Qatar, Afghanistan. I've been to Iraq, Germany, Japan. Like, I mean, all over the place, right? I can tell you that type of behavior you're describing is, for the most part, very specific to American culture.
For sure.
It does not exist in Canada. It does not exist in Mexico.
Not Korea.
It does not exist in Korea, Japan. We can go down the list. Right? And so, what do you think is the cause of that? Because now we've established that it's not like, just boomers being Karens, like, because that's kind of how it came out. It was just like, Karens are these older people. But then you just said, like, this stretches like all generations. So was there ever a point in your life you felt like people were just kind and like normal, and then this became something, or has it just always been like that?
No, it's always been like that.
Wow. Okay, because I
Always.
remember a time when people were like really kind, like over the most, like the '90s. Yeah, dude. Like people, because I mean, it was.
That was just because
there was no cameras.
That was because there was no cameras.
They'll beat you in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
That used to be like a real thing.
For
like,
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was
It
just
really-
like, yo, like I will fuck you up right now.
Yeah.
And so there was this like understood mutual combat
Yeah,
agreement.
I probably shouldn't be an asshole or my teeth are going to get knocked out. Like, all right.
So, yeah, man. So people just, got along really well.
So I guess that's what it is. Like, occasionally, people need a little bit of violence in their life.
You got to have that mutually assured destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Controlled and violent.
That is what it is.
Controlled violence.
Like, people think that they can just get away with doing or acting however because there's no consequences. So a lot of that is their parents were shitty and didn't fucking raise them.
Yeah.
And probably should have slapped them around a couple of times.
No shade on your dad.
No,
I'm picking
oh my
up.
God,
I'm picking up
hold
the
on.
lingo of your generation. All right. That shit's lit, bro. It's fire.
That's not mine.
All right, we're good.
That's iPad kid shit.
We'll get on that shit in a second.
That's like.
Dude, half the time I see people at work, man, like the younger people, I don't even know what the fuck they're saying. 'Cause I can't even tell. I'm like, is this even goddamn English? And like, I've written a shit ton of papers in college. I read a lot. And like, I've read some of the greatest, like, fucking historical literature on the face of this world. And I've read some of the best epic high fantasy novels. I have seen it all. And even I can't understand a fucking word that's coming out of their mouth. Oh man, so all right, so that Karen mentality stretches across generations, and from your experience, it's always just kind of been like that. People are just shitty. Now, do you see it getting better, or do you see it getting worse?
Worse.
Okay, and by when you say worse, how do you? And I'm getting to a point with all this. When you say worse, how do you think? How does it get worse other than me just having an attitude with you?
Okay.
Are we gonna go O.J. Simpson, fucking, god damn it, not O.J. Simpson, L.A. riots, dude, fuck.
Rodney King.
Rodney King. We're gonna go
Okay.
Rodney King, which, yeah. All
Go
right,
OJ
that's
on
a
too, I guess,
bad.
but a little bit more extreme, whatever.
It's,
Depends on which measure you want to use, right?
Whose side are you
Murder
on?
or riot? She probably doesn't even know these cases.
No, I don't.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All right, boy, that time flies. Anyway.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
There you go.
Anyway.
But yeah,
It's
so
just,
you see it getting worse.
Oh yeah,
But in what capacity?
it's just as long as people feel like they need to be in control, then they feel like being mean to other people and having hatred for other people is gonna make them stronger and feel like
Yeah.
they're in control.
And they let it kind of go to their heads like an ego
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
And that's
Bigger
probably
ego.
because there's less and less power that they actually have in their regular day-to-day life. So when any opportunity they get to have a little ounce of power, like HOA, perfect example.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I owe them motherfuckers like $300 right now. Like, and they're like, yes, you must have paid the bill, yeah. Oh, we were sending to collections, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. So, hello. Like, yeah. Fuck HOAs, dude.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the most Nazi fucking... Everybody wants to scream about fascists. Start there.
Yeah.
You
You
familiar
want
with
to talk about letting power go to your head.
Yeah, and it's always like some unelected... I never elected any of those people.
No.
No. I just bought a house.
Now that I can probably say without... that's the old people.
Yeah,
They're
and I
doing
think
that
those
shit.
things will be outlawed eventually at some point. I don't think it'll be soon, but I think after like 10, 20 years, HOAs will be outlawed.
I mean, hopefully. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
our
think-
generation coming up is going to be like, fuck this shit, and then her generation is going to be like, who
HO,
knows?
huh?
HO out of a fucking job. That's
Yeah.
what she is. But anyway. So yeah, I mean, like, and so really fundamentally, like, what I've gathered based on like what I know from like older generation, middle age, where Moses and I are, and the younger generation is it's kind of all the same. We're all experiencing the same thing. We just call it something different.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as stop being a dick to people and like just treat them and realize that, a younger generation coming up, they have their own trials and tribulations. They have their own environment they have to adapt to. And yes, dude, that environment is going to be different than the environment you grew up in. That's called fucking progress. Okay. So you can't really hold them accountable. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Everyone like harps, like especially the older people that we know, they harp on like how lazy like Gen Z is, right? Like oh, they don't want to work.
Yeah,
they don't
that
wanna get
shit's
it
so
done.
annoying.
And here's the fucking reality: the older I get, I know a lot of people our age who don't fucking work.
Exactly.
And they don't do shit. I know dudes pushing 40 that live with their fucking parents that have made themselves believe that they are great at everything they'll do, and they'll create a company and it will be fucking worth $100 million, and they lie to themselves every goddamn day. And then they sit down and they talk to a kid who barely has a running start and go, "You're the fucking
and say you're
Yeah.
lazy.
go fuck yourself." Go fuck yourself. You know? So I don't know what I should have done. Is I should have got somebody who's like out of a retirement home and brought him in here, like be like YouTube's on. You know? Oh man, but yeah, you know, and you know, for the most part of the show, like, you know, Moses is a little more pessimistic. I'm a little more like the doe-eyed optimistic. Like, people are good. Everything will be all right.
It a little bit.
You see it? Yeah, we're complete polar opposites. But like, as far as business stuff goes, like.
We're locked in.
Yeah, I don't even have to run stuff by him. He doesn't have to run stuff. Like, just make a decision. It's like, cool. We just trust each other enough. Like,
Yeah,
we know.
we did the right thing.
Yeah. But we know, like, any kind of, like, social issue, for the most part.
There's
like,
we can come to an agreement, but there is always pushback on either side. We're like, yeah, but what about this? We're like, yeah, what about that?
So really what it comes down to is he's like a Jew. He refuses to spend $1, right? And then I'm over here like, fuck it. Takes money to make money, right? So, and I'm like, you know. And I meant that Jew joke in like the most respectful way possible.
Yeah, I mean, you want a good lawyer? You get a Jew.
Yeah, dude. I'm not hiring that fucking kid
Any other
East Texas that went to like University of Houston Law School, like not dealing with that. I'm getting a guy.
I want Jeremy Steinberg.
Yeah, it has to have Stein in the name or Berg, and if it's got
Preferably
that,
both.
Yes, and if he's wearing the hat, we're on.
Yeah,
I'm walking. That's all I'm saying. Always get a Jew lawyer. All right, Kaylee, that's the best advice I could ever give you. Is always get.
If you
a
don't
Jew
walk
lawyer.
away with anything else, just don't worry about it.
As a guy who's found himself in a courtroom several times, Jew lawyer. Oh man, so you grow up and you know all this tech and everything's like kind of just like thrown in your face, like you're just like a part of it. So was there ever like a point when you were growing up as a kid when you kind of realized, like, you know, talking about your peers, hey, you're too connected to this, like that's not real. Like those videos, all that, like it doesn't exist. Was there ever a point where you were like, oh, you got a problem? Like, did you ever find that at all? Yeah. And I imagine that's probably just going to get worse.
Oh, yeah. Because, like I say, the, you know, younger generations being born, iPad, phone, social media, bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But again, that's not the kid's fault.
Not the kid's
No,
fault.
it's
He's
not.
right.
Not at all.
So, whose fault is it really?
Parents.
Yeah. People
Capitalism.
our age.
So what's your views on capitalism? Because that's always like a big focus, like with your generation. It's like, fuck capitalism, like, you know, like all that. I mean, are you really marching the streets where you're just like, we should all share our money? When you let me put it this way, without putting you on the spot like crazy, without making a political statement right now, like you're an ISIS hostage video. When you look at America's economy, like so the Western world economy, do you feel optimistic or pessimistic about it? Like as far as hope for your future, like I can achieve that American dream.
Yeah,
I can be wealthy. I can be retired.
Honestly, it could be both.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, fuck,
could
that's
be
better than
both.
what I thought it was gonna be. Like, because every day I wake up, I'm like, there ain't no end to this shit, and I'm fucking dying poor.
Yeah. No. Honestly, you just never know. That's just something
Really?
you don't know.
that's
Now-
the cool thing about this like time we are in now. Like you can give a drunk interview at 4 a.m. and be rich the next day.
Well, like what's crazy is like if you talk to millennials, most of them are very pessimistic. Like there is no future, there is no hope, right? But like after talking to you, it's like, oh, there's new things changing. There's more opportunity. There's like, oh, this could be something. But like whereas our generation is basically fucking giving up. I don't know.
That's where I come in with the AI, because AI is taking over jobs.
Yeah.
People are losing their jobs because of AI, and that's why I'm against it.
But the people, you're either with it or, okay, so the people, all right, so a little quick thing about AI. If AI is doing your job, that gives you the freedom to do other things.
Right.
So if you have an AI assistant, that can do the shit that you don't want to do, and then you're free to pursue your dreams and hopes. If you want to sit on your ass and watch TV, then that's on you. But if I have my robot doing shit, I can be out pursuing other business ventures or doing something else.
So what he just described was, in 1865 they abolished slavery, but he's talking about a time before that when you could have slaves, and that's essentially the same concept of like humanoid robots, where it's just like they do all my dirty work and all the physical labor, and then I get to sit back and use my mind and keep in the money.
And I guarantee
called lazy for.
Well, the vast majority of people are going to be lazy and not do anything, but that's still on them, and that's still. I don't care.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna have my robots and do cool shit.
I'm just talking about bringing back slavery.
But it's robots.
That could be a T-shirt we make next.
Although
bring back slavery, and then it just says hashtag like Elon Musk, like AI or like whatever the fuck it is.
That'll be the next thing. Is like, are the AI? Are they sentient? Like, can they be counted as people?
Well, okay, so when it comes on to like AI, like people are always.
Because you brought up slavery.
On the table, slavery, as I'm touching like an American flag. So everyone's like, oh, like these robots are gonna rise up, they're gonna take over, and I was like, no. What's gonna happen is we are gonna enslave them, and we're gonna fuck them. Like that's like the two things that are gonna happen.
That's already going on. Speaking of that, actually, I was just reading an article today. Japan officially has a robot that will carry an infant or carry a child full term. 9 months. It has tubes, goes into
Did you see our comedian buddies like comment about that shit?
Nuh-uh.
Brandon Ryan is a comedian that comes on our show.
He's hilarious.
He's fucking insane.
He's awesome.
He holds the record for the longest podcast ever on this show. It's 4 hours long, and it's just about conspiracy theories.
And he was not. It wasn't even over. Like,
we
had to
cut him off, dude. I was like drinking between like takes. I was drinking beers, and like I eventually at some point I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I was like getting too drunk, and I was like, dude, we are done. Like, so if you started, I'm normal. By the end of it, I'm like slurring all my words. Like I'm just like I'm getting off this show.
It was a fun interview.
But oh yeah, shit, I done lost my fucking point of thought, man. What were we talking? Brandon, yeah, his comment with the robots, man. He posted that photo of that robot, like holding that baby and everything, and he goes, "Yeah, but why does it have tits?" And I was like, "Jesus Christ, dude!"
Because it makes it more human, man.
Yeah. I mean, like he makes jokes, but he makes really good points. And he's really big on conspiracy theories,
like that's an understatement.
Yeah, like I keep our conversation, like our thread, like on mute because it could be 3 p.m., it could be 3 a.m. And I'm like getting links to documents like Google Drive. and I open it and it's like this file has 200 pages. And it's something about like the JFK assassination or like, you know, some shit to do with like aliens. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So but yeah, you need to come to one of our comedy shows, man. You get to meet some of these psychos. You'll like it. You'll be like, oh my God. Like, this guy does in his free time. And then we just go to work and people know that I like talk. Like, yeah, I'm friendly. But like, they're just like, Jesus Christ, I have no idea what this guy really does in his free time. Oh, man.
So what did you want to do, or like, what do you want to do now? But what did you want to do growing up? Like, what are your aspirations as far as career-wise?
Okay, so I've thought a lot on my career, but the first thing that I've thought was getting away from this fucking town.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's a good start.
Yeah, it's get away from this town.
Do you want to say what town you're from specifically, or just say East Texas?
Just Center. It's Center. I'm from Center.
Texas.
A lot of people don't know where that is.
Nothing in Center, Texas.
No, it's like a low-populated city.
Yeah.
There's no, like, a lot of my friends that I've met online.
Imagine the hills have eyes with trees.
No, a lot of people that I have met online does not know what Center is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Center of what?
Exactly. No, exactly. In the center of what? I'm like, no, Center, Texas.
Yeah, but what's in the center of? You know?
So I feel like you can't do anything in that town. There's nothing to do. There's like, okay, first of all,
You have a McDonald's.
There's a Walmart, isn't there?
there's
But it just caught on fire.
and
So
then
your Walmart. So the only real store you had was a Walmart, and it just burnt down. Because I don't think the mics picked her up talking.
There's a college, but it's kind of shitty.
There's a fucking college in Center?
It's
That's what I'm
just a
saying.
small little college.
It's like a break off of the main college.
Yeah.
Carthage.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a tiny part of the
really?
college. But, yeah, it does cosmetology school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more like a trade school kind of thing.
Kind of. Yeah, but it's shitty. Because it's a small ass
Well, you say that
town.
with so much hate. Like, did you go there for a while?
No, but I don't want to.
Didn't have to. She already knew.
I already fucking knew.
A lot of my ex-friends have actually dropped out because it was that bad.
Yeah.
But I wanna
The older you get, the more that starts to happen in all aspects of life.
Mhm.
Like first, it starts with like college,
Yeah.
and then it's jobs, and then eventually it's home foreclosures, and then
Yeah.
eventually it's divorces. Like, yeah, dude. And then it's suicide, and then next thing you know, like, yeah, you're one of the last few remaining.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, there's
Yeah.
a whole nother.
You're raising a robot Japanese alien baby in a tube.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The Last of Us season 3. What's up?
I thought you were saying something.
Sorry.
No, also no jobs. There's like a lot of places you can work, but even though they need you, they won't hire you. And
Yes.
that's
And
like,
that's how you and I ended up working together
Yeah.
because I submitted 12 applications,
Mhm.
college graduate,
Mhm.
military veteran, like combat veteran, like whole 9 yards, got medals at the ass, like good record. Even have like other like foreign language proficiency, like I mean, it doesn't sound like it now. I'm getting tongue tied, but like, you know, and started own business and everything, and no, nothing.
cool life, mediocre
Yeah,
job.
and I think a lot of that is actually a big scam. To be quite honest with you, I think they, especially with like the HR departments, when you look at big corporations and stuff like that, I think they intentionally keep some need there for them to exist.
They do, and they also like to use that as an excuse of like anytime something goes wrong, they'd be like, "Oh, we're undermanned.
Yeah,
Your service
we
was
tried.
shitty. We're
I don't know."
undermanned. I don't know.
that sounds like somebody we know. They're like, oh, sorry, that's
did
an inside
the
joke,
best
too.
I could.
Yeah, like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, oh, is this getting done? Like, maybe. Who knows? Like, who's in charge? Like, yeah, I don't know. You?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, but you could totally probably relate to that entire conversation, even though you don't know who we were talking about. Like, you're like, yeah,
You still know someone like that. It's
Yes.
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I struggled with, man. And so when I came back to America a couple years ago,
Fresh off the boat.
yeah, basically, and so I had like a tough time like adapting, coming back, like fitting back in, because I always had this running joke. I would tell people, don't let the way I look and talk fool you. All of you here in East Texas are weird to me. Like, yeah.
I mean, it's not wrong.
And so I don't know. Like I struggled with it, and I was like, like people, like it was a very different type of environment to get adapted to. And the big issue that I found with it is everyone here, even though the majority have not left, and if they have left, they went on a bullshit cruise and went to fucking Cozumel or whatever. They just think they're the center of the earth.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a generational thing, you know? And I kind of like, fuck. Like, how does that change, you know? And then like you have a younger generation coming up that is more in tune with like the globe and what's happening in the world and like world politics and all the other shit and conflicts, and we goddamn knows there's one popping up every other day about that shit, you know? And then you're just like, try to like, I don't know, shame them and guilt them into not wanting to do something better, you know, or even work smarter. It's like, that's one thing also that I've hated, like when you talk about work ethic, across generations. So like,
That's the older generation.
Yes.
What you're getting into.
so my father is about to be 70 years old. Well, he's getting close to 70. He's like in his late 60s. And then his, father obviously would, if he was still alive, would be like in his 90s. They worked South Carolina rural, like farmers, like, I mean, salt of the earth, like hard back breaking labor. And then to see that, because to see that metric used against another generation or a group of people, and to be like, oh, if you didn't do what I did, then you're lazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I found a smarter way to do this and achieve this same result.
Better result.
Yeah.
Be
A lot
like-
of times.
And those people seem to forget that They weren't using horse and buggy shit. They're driving vehicles now, so they can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so they had their own, like...
Yeah, every generation has their own, like, advancements in technology, which we're all guilty of it, too. Like, I'm like, stupid fucking kid. Like, you got this shit's so easy. So easy.
Fucking easy, huh? Oh, you can't find a girlfriend? Yeah. Look at the 800 that are online right now, asshole. I used to have to go talk to them in person. That's how I found dates. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was very difficult. It was very eye-opening for me to come back and, like, see that and be like, holy shit. Yeah, there's a fucking problem here. You know? So, I know we talked about your generation compared to, like, others and all that stuff. But when you look at East Texas as a whole, are you optimistic or are you pessimistic? Do you think there's a good future? Or do you think it's... Jesus. So as a 20-year-old girl who literally has like the whole world ahead of her, right? Can do whatever you want. You look at this place and go, there's no fucking hope.
There's none. Even if you are the most hopeful person, there's none.
Why? What is there anything specific that makes you feel that way?
That town, honestly, if I'm being real, it's slowly killing people.
Well, you're just talking about Center.
Oh, yeah, it's Center.
Trust me, what you're describing is not like, you know,
okay, well,
center to center.
Okay, Center,
yeah.
I was grown up there. So I've only ever kind of just lived there. And that's why I only can talk about that, because it's the only place I really know.
Sure.
And so... Yeah. That town, so small, and everybody, it's in a red state. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not talking about politics. I'm just saying.
I know politics is something you didn't really want to get on to.
I'm just saying.
And we cover it so much on the show, trust me.
Yeah.
Like, the people who listen to it are sick of hearing the shit. You know? But yeah.
It's just something you're never going to like.
And that plays into something that we'll talk about here in a second, like your lifestyle that you do live. Doesn't really clash too well with that. And so, I don't know. But I'll say this, what you described is not limited to just Center, Texas, like the city. Yeah. Not the center of Texas. Like, it is people that I've talked to, like, it's kind of all throughout East Texas. My thing is from what I feel, is there's not a lot of openness, willingness to change, and there's not a lot of opportunity. The only opportunity that comes in is when corporate America wants to come in and buy up farmland and create a Walmart or a Sam's Club or a Buffalo Wild Wings or a Chili's or McDonald's or whatever the fuck it is, where they can just grind up plastic and feed it to our fat asses. That's all it is, right? And then tell us we're the fucking problem. We should be healthy. And then those same corporations fucking healthcare don't even fucking the fucking insurance doesn't even cover your goddamn operation you need because they fed you plastic for so fucking long and your fat ass can't get it. Yeah, dude, it's fucked. I'll get on that. I'll go bananas with that shit. But yeah, I don't think it's limited to it at all. So yeah, there is one thing though that I do, because we're at 48 minutes, so we got about 12 minutes before we're at our mark, the hour mark. So if you want to talk about it, you can, but if you don't, you can tell me to fuck off and we'll go on another subject. But you are a member of the, not only Gen Z, but you're a member of the LGBTQ community.
Exactly.
Yeah. So first of all, did you always know? Or was it like in your face, like, holy shit, I know day one, or something crazy happened, or was it just a slow burn of like, oh, no, I like this better?
I was always in denial a little bit. I felt like I never really liked men. I did not feel anything with them, like no type of affection for them or anything.
But you did go through the traditional heterosexual route, like of like giving men a try. Like, I'm going to go on dates, maybe even have like sexual experiences and stuff with them. And
did you just feel like something was off during those times?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I felt nothing during those times. I was like, okay. I would always kind of catch myself looking off into the other direction.
Oh.
And
so you're talking about during like sex, like. Like, you just literally, like, just like, I don't even want to be here.
Zoned
out.
I don't want to be here.
Holy fuck.
I got another 5 minutes of this talk.
Yeah. I've always just kind of been, in denial, like I said, in the closet. And I knew that I liked girls, but I could never say it. until it was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's,
2 years ago.
2 years? 2 years. Okay, I came out and I was like, yeah. And a lot of this has to do with trauma dumping.
Sure.
Men, ex-boyfriend.
So the men in your life basically were all pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And that just made the decision easier.
Yeah.
While there was already like an attraction, it just made that decision process
Yeah.
like, hey, we're going to go with this.
And it's always just like, you just haven't found the right men yet. You haven't found the right men. You haven't had the right blah, blah, blah.
Say it. You don't have to edit it out. You can say it. I said cunt earlier. Like, I'm sure you can say dick, Kaylee.
Well, that.
You're not a big
so,
cusser. I get it. All right. It's cool.
I cuss
That's
a
bullshit.
I cuss a lot. I just like
Yeah.
trying to keep it to a minimum, but
So you're basically kind of getting gaslit by like dudes being like, oh, you haven't had the right dick, you haven't met the right man.
Mhm.
Like, oh, the problem is you.
Yeah.
Right? When that's absolutely not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first person that you told?
What's up?
Her.
Your aunt.
I
Yeah.
caught her on it when she was like 11. I was like, you're gay as shit.
I did not want to believe it because I felt like I'd be a disappointment. But honestly,
Now,
it's your life. If you're always caring what other people think, is it really your life?
No, not at all.
Mhm.
Exactly.
there you go. And I really want to get into that. You said that you felt like it would be like a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Family.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
So now what you're doing, not you, obviously you haven't done that, but in general, people, is you're allowing your life to be dictated by the standards of others around you.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's future Karen mentality.
that is. That's how it all starts. That's
It
how
is.
it all starts, man. And it's a full circle thing. So I guess like the big like lesson of this episode is, dude, just be yourself. Be cool, be respectful, be yourself.
Yeah, do what you
And
want.
then do what you want within reason, like obviously.
Yeah.
And then the people that come around you, like if you're just true and honest with yourself, those are the people you want in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is sit there and live behind like some bullshit facade and then be at the end of your life and be like, everything around me is fake. It could crumble at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
People just want to use me for my money or whatever it may be. I'm going to go fucking treat this Chili's waitress like shit. So and that's going to give me the moment I need to get me through the day. That's the last place you want to be. And I think that's a lot of where we've driven people, to be quite honest with you. So I do want to ask you, too, being a member of the, can I call it the Alphabet Gang, or am I going to get in trouble?
You're good.
You guys the alphabet game.
Yeah, every day there's something new added to it.
Oh, yeah. No, I
So
agree.
when you look at this, right, so you go the more traditional route inside of that, like I call it the OG4, you know, like the LGBT.
The day
Right?
oneers.
Yeah, the day oneers. But they add all this other like random like extra shit. Now I'm not trying to sit here and like say like, hey, like someone's views, beliefs, opinions, whatever, how they feel does not matter. But what I'm saying is we don't have to label everything.
Yeah, because
right?
like there's plenty of people that are like one-offs into some strange things. Doesn't matter
Sure.
to me, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Even
well-
if I was like, if I don't know, if I had a thing for rubber ducks, I wouldn't need like a
Sexual.
label for it.
Like a label for it. So, as someone a part of like the original four, right? like it's a motorcycle club. You ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
What'd you say?
You ever seen Sons of Anarchy?
Oh, no.
What was it? Well, they
I
had
haven't
like
seen it either.
I think it was like original 9 or something. It was like the founding members of like the motorcycle club. Anyway, so you're part of the original 4, like the LGBT, right? So we won't go into like what specifically, but you're there, right?
Right.
So when you see all this other stuff and you feel about the Pride movement and those people having a voice, do you feel that it does more harm than good or more good than harm?
Good.
Good
Mhm.
overall.
I don't see no harm in it. I mean, as long as, I support everybody. I
Yes.
support, the, non-binaries, trans, anything. As long as the trans people aren't coming up to me saying they can have a period and can give birth.
Okay, so there's limitations to it.
Yes. You're not going to tell me how to woman if you're not a woman yourself.
Yeah, that would annoy me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically just be yourself, but also you know what? If you're a man, you want to become a woman, that's fine. Just don't tell me how to woman whenever you're not, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, like treat everyone how you want to be treated and leave people alone.
I mean, you know, I don't believe in perfect. I feel like perfect is not a real world. It's not a word. It's not a real word, and it's not real in this world.
I studied chemistry in college and like a lot of physics and stuff too. I can tell you that word doesn't actually exist.
Exactly.
In the physical universe we occupy, perfect does not exist.
I've always thought like that. Perfect does not exist. So, honestly, do whatever the fuck you want in life, because we all die anyways. Do whatever you want. Be kind. It's free. Yeah. It's also free to be mean if you have to, but don't be mean. Like so, be mean if you want to punch in the face.
I'll give you, like, you know, the people who watch the show, they already know, but I'll give you, like, a little bit of background about me. Mm-hmm. So, straight, white guy, right? Conservative, Christian. Mm-hmm. So, basically, the yin and yang, polar opposite, right? But I'm very cool about a lot of stuff, and I'm very open-minded and stuff. And a lot of that's from traveling and being around people. But, you know, when it comes to any kind of ideology, okay, it doesn't matter, like, if it's the LGBTQ alphabet gang, like, or Black Lives Matter, or any nationalist group that's just, like, crazy pro-America, whatever it may be. If it is too extreme in one avenue or another, I do not respond well to. I back off. And so the thing is, when it comes to, like, the LGBTQ community, and, like, I'll just, like, say it, like, it's an entire month of Pride. Yeah. And everyone from, like, the conservative, like, straight community, they won't say it out loud, but they're like, Jesus, do these people get a whole fucking month to themselves?
Except they do say it out loud.
Good luck finding someone on screen that'll say it. They might say it, like, in person, but, like, they ain't going to do it behind a camera.
Candace Owens will say it.
And, like, well, like, and my thing is, like, you know, you get people, like, you know, like, slavery was, like, slightly actual slavery. Like, and it's like, oh, you get, like, a fucking day, you know, basically. I mean, and so... well, there's that. but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like beating a dead horse at this point. This is just how I feel personally. It's like, we get it, okay? You have a lifestyle that you want to live. You're still an American citizen. Yeah. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of gay marriage years ago. You can do everything I can do. You can say everything I can do. Nothing will happen to you. So when I feel that, like, sometimes they come at me like they're oppressed people, and I'm like, what oppression have you dealt with, you know? So that gives me, like, a little bit of, like, hey, like, calm the fuck down attitude with this shit. So then on top of it, you see an entire month taking over, and it's like, okay, like, can we just stop acting like we're, like, some persecuted people? Now, the shitty part of that mentality and that feeling is there are real people that have had struggles with it. Like, a good friend of mine I've known for basically the majority of my life was a gay dude who came up in the 80s, dog, when it was not cool. And, like, you couldn't be in the military, and, like, everyone was just like, fuck this shit. And I mean, he would talk about just getting beat up just because.
Yeah, no one would do anything back then.
And then, so when I talk to him now, the younger generation coming up with it, he's like, oh, fuck them. They're just piggybacking off, like, my struggles.
That poor dude had to do the shit. And then,
oh, what? Someone take your fucking iPad? You know, like, some shit like that? Like, sorry, dude. Somebody tagged you in a dance? Like, who gives a fuck? They beat me in an alleyway, you know? And it's a real thing, man. But, so, like, I get a little, like, hesitant. I'm like, okay, I can acknowledge, like, you know, civil strife and overcoming things and history and all that stuff. But at some point it feels like, especially with, you know, the LGBTQ community, but in general with any extreme, it's not extreme, but you get my point. Major ideologies being pushed on people. You got to rein it in. There's got to be a limitation to it to some degree, you know. But also on the flip side, to be hypercritical of, like, my own people. I will tell you this, a little bit about me. So I've kind of told you my beliefs, my background, all that stuff, because I know you didn't really know too much about it. I don't believe that any religion should be taught in public school. I don't believe in the Bible, the Ten Commandments being in there at all. I'm completely against that. Because I'm like...
literal separation of church and state.
Yes.
That never gets followed, ever. Why don't we put our hand on the Bible? In
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like it's insane. And then another one to kind of like flip the script on another topic like abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about before. In general, I am pro-choice. Like I'm like all about it. Like your body, your choice. Do whatever you want. But in my personal life, I'm pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. So while I do like kind of like have opinions and stuff, I also try to remain like hypercritical of myself too. And it's just like, okay, don't be like an asshole or whatever. So when it comes down to like the LGBTQ community, have you ever done like participated like in any kind of rallies or anything like that, or done any, none of that? No.
No.
I've been to more of those rallies than you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just to give you a heads up to a little bit of background, I used to live about 2 hours from Amsterdam, and which is drug sex capital of the world, huge community out there for that stuff. And I've been to like their parades, like seen it, like, and it's just the craziest shit you could ever imagine. Like, like, yeah, that's funny to think about. I'm trying to think of like another question to ask, man, before we wrap this up. I don't know, man. So overall, man, your views on it, because we talked about, being Gen Z, we talked about your lifestyle, all that coming in together, and then the issues with older generations, and then what the future kind of lies, man. So from what I gather, when you look at it, you see East Texas, you're like, burn this place down.
Yeah.
And then you see optimism for like the future, like for America in general. Yeah, fuck yeah. You getting tired?
No.
Yeah.
It's just you could be the most hopeful person in the world, and then you get let down so many times. And if you feel like you can see a future in that small ass town, go ahead. But you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna get anywhere. Yeah. Unless you want to be stuck working at McDonald's all your life.
Yeah.
So, also do believe that abortion is not murder. I also do believe that, unless there's a piece to it. If you're constantly getting pregnant and having the abortions for
abortion
fun,
is your birth control.
They get a punch card at the clinic.
Yeah. Then okay. No. No. Also, I do believe that, the LGBTQ, everything, love is not a sin.
Sure.
Love is love.
I agree
it's
with
not
you.
a sin.
Yep.
I feel like it's, honestly, it's all just the church putting that in your mind.
Bingo, bango. A lot of that really comes. I'm not going to get into like a whole like.
I mean, look what the Romans and everybody else used to be doing. Yes. They're doing some gay shit.
Especially the Greeks were really big on it.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Greek Spartan warriors, like they used to have like in training, like boys, like they would literally be like sex slaves. There was a whole part of. I don't want to really get too graphic, but there was a whole part of their training where like an older man had to finish inside of a younger boy because he was giving him the warrior seed to carry on the next generation. But the Greeks had no concept of sexual orientation either, for the most part. And then the Romans adopted it, and then anyway, I'll get into a whole. I took a lot of history classes. The Romans really wanted to be Greek, so they adopted a lot of Greek shit, but then they put their own like prejudice and standards on it. So. But yeah, man, I don't know, Kaylee. I thank you for like doing this, man, and like just hearing us out and being able to talk about it and give us a little insight into what makes y'all tick. I know I made you laugh the other day. I walked up to her at work and I was like, "What is a nay-nay?"
That was yesterday. He literally said, "What is a nay-nay?" I just kind of had to like.
So before I let you go, man, is there any kind of there is a couple of things I do want to ask you, and we're gonna make this quick because I know we got to get up out of here. What's the lingo of your generation? Like, what do y'all what do y'all lean to? Like, it's obviously not fire, fleek.
No, it is fire.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'm taking notes.
that's like very much middle school me was fire and like.
What is fire? What does that mean?
Like
cool.
Like cool. Nowadays it's like clock it or something. Like
clock
that
it?
means like period or something. Period. Like you'll be saying period.
So basically that means like, oh, good job. Like, hell yes.
Like instead of actually saying good job,
so
you'll
you
be
have
like
to do like the
Yes.
gesture of
Yeah.
clock
I've
it.
never seen that
Clock
before.
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. It's the literally 2025 lingo. It's just like
So if I say
it.
clock it, if you could replace that with normal English, like, you know, those things that they have in libraries called books use, what does that mean? Like, if,
basically mean like, yes, like get a girl, like you're doing great. Like, you
so
look
if you got a
amazing.
promotion at work, I'd be like, clock it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, if
And then,
my boss is good, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
period, clock it. If I cut someone out for being an asshole to me, clock it.
Yeah. And then instead
Holy
of just like,
shit.
calling like somebody beautiful or like pretty or something, you'll just be like, your face card is T.
okay, you're going to have to back it up for like a second.
I hadn't heard T. I know face card.
Face
What-
card, yeah.
Okay, what is face card?
Means
What
you're
is
hot.
Yeah.
That's it. So if
It
I
means
use
like
the term,
your face is attractive.
Yeah.
Like
so
your
if
face
I'm like,
card.
oh, she's got a face card, that means I think she's hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, and then what is the T?
your face card is T means like it's good.
It's
Like,
even better.
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, it's like a plus, like a cherry
Yeah.
on top. Oh,
Yeah.
damn, y'all.
Your face card. Clock it.
Gen Z.
Oh,
fuck.
Gen Z's where it's at, man. Y'all are fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Most of our lingo is really just complimenting people.
Really?
It is.
All of it is-
Yeah.
That's a far cry.
Damn it. All of ours was like derogatory.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's we also had back in the middle school years, we also had like cold and like cold,
What?
fire. Like fire was like that shit's so cool. And then like if you said cold, it means the same thing. It's like opposite words, but it's the same thing.
Is
Like,
it a far
drip.
cry to say you can understand why an older generation might be a little confused, even when your people don't know what the
Maybe,
fuck
but,
y'all are
like,
talking about?
well, maybe, but why are you coming up to me complaining and then saying like a whole line that I don't know? Like, I don't know. It's just like a line. I'm trying to think of one.
All right, let me ask
like-
you something. Like, you know, because I know you're trying to think. Let me ask you something. I want to call someone an ugly, stupid bitch. How do I, like, you interpret? You be my Gen Z interpreter. If I want to be like, you ugly bitch. Gender neutral. Like, I'm not talking about
Literally just
women.
say that.
All
Either
right, fuck
that
it,
or
whatever.
like we come with like the most insane
Yeah.
insults. Like I come with some crazy shit.
Like what? I want to call someone an ugly bitch. What would you say,
You
Sarah?
look like a Dollar Tree version of Lord Farquhar, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Look like a Dollar Tree version of Lord Farquaad, you
Yeah.
stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys try stand-up comedy. I think you'll fit right in.
And then
Um,
also roast.
So I do want to ask you one thing, though, about the Gen Z and all that stuff. Drugs and alcohol. This is something that's been talked about here recently. Okay, maybe not specific to you guys. But so our millennial generation, generation...
We love that shit.
Yeah, they loved alcohol. We did a lot of drugs and alcohol. And then now I hear things, you know, between like official reports and in the news and all this other stuff that your generation... We'll start with alcohol. Your generation doesn't really drink.
Lies.
Lies.
Okay.
Really?
Bullshit.
Yeah, because I've
Drugs and
seen that
alcohol.
shit too. Like Gen Z is like the lower alcohol
We
consumption.
don't drink
So-
as much. Like me personally, I'll drink every now and then with my mom. Cause state of Texas, you can drink as a minor.
Yeah,
with
you don't have to.
parents.
You don't have to explain yourself on here, Sarah.
I guess you do. I don't know.
No one
Nobody coming
knows.
after me.
No one knows
But
your last name.
I drink and like I'll have a vodka cranberry, shot of vodka or something, and like that's about it. Like I've never been drunk in my life. I've been high, but I've never
Okay.
been drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because whenever we say drink, we're like bottles of the head.
I'm like, I'm gonna drink 30 beers.
yeah, I'm not gonna remember what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like that would happen in my younger days. Like, I'd
Yeah.
say like 15, 16.
Yeah. So your generation, you say, it's pretty common for kids to be getting what we used to call back in the day. I know it's gonna seem like a crazy concept, but fucked up. Like that's pretty common,
We
huh?
used to call it
Yeah,
that. We just
we
also
still-
call it white girl wasted.
White girl
Yeah.
wasted.
Yes.
Oh, that came out with us, dude.
Yeah, I remember
Y'all
that.
stole that shit. Y'all fucking- But yeah, we used to all get white girl wasted back in the day. So you would say, like, would you say that your generation, there's more people doing that than the previous generation, or it's about the same? Like, there's not really any change.
I'd say there's less, but
Yeah.
there's
Less.
is also it's still bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still bad, but there's definitely less, especially with new technology and
Yeah.
forensics, like breathalyzers and stuff. A lot of you guys didn't have that when you were our age. So, like, y'all
Damn.
You are.
I don't even know if the,
Yeah, we're
the
like,
I don't know if the mic's even
I'm not
picking up
high,
what she said. So when you're growing up and all this other stuff, because in the news you always hear about, and the reason why I focus on drugs and alcohol, though, real quick sidebar, background in chemistry. So that's where that comes from. So when you're growing up and all this other stuff, and there's drugs and alcohol and all the other stuff, and you're figuring out who you are, do you see dangerous drugs like I was talking about earlier, where they talk about in the news, like fentanyl, for example. Like, that's always, like, the big, like, fentanyl's in the kids' candy. Like, they're eating it for lunch at the schools. Like, did you ever run into any of that growing up where you were like, oh, that's a hard drug? Like, that's a dangerous drug.
Like, for us, it was crack.
Cocaine.
Yeah, we didn't have fentanyl.
Cocaine really.
There's been multiple cases lately. Yeah.
What's that?
There's been multiple cases lately.
Really?
Of fentanyl and, 12-year-olds.
So people you knew in school.
Yeah.
And, like, directly affected by it. In one of the smallest towns in Texas. Getting affected by, like, fentanyl. Now, how were they ingesting? I mean, they were just like, oh, give me a pill of fentanyl, or was it sprinkled on their weed, or like?
Oh, no,
Sometimes it's laced.
Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes it's been laced.
So they think they're taking like another pill or something?
Like they get a Xanax and it's got fentanyl in it or something.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah, they've been doing that, and there's been multiple cases.
Weed, so they'll smoke it and then bam, they're in a hospital.
Damn.
Well,
Young kids dying.
Yeah, like at least I was like, back in the day, I was like, see, I don't remember a time when drugs are readily available, fairly pure,
the most we had to worry
cheap.
about was accidentally getting some PCP or something like
that. It's like, even then, you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Like, you might flip a car. Oh, man. Yeah. So, that's got to make, like, growing up kind of scary. I mean, it almost, I do have, like, this theory with that, that the government is actually letting that happen. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, yeah. Because I believe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Moses and I grew up in the Dare, Just Say No era, right? It came in big during the Reagan administration. And Reagan's wife, like, really pushed it and all that stuff, and the Bushes took it over and all that crap. And it became a big propaganda movement. Now, the problem, I say propaganda because they lied. They outright lied to kids. I remember that. I sat in rooms. I heard that. Okay, they'd be like, mushrooms make your brain bleed.
Yeah.
Every time you take a hit of ecstasy, it's like scooping out a spoonful of your brain.
Every hit of acid you take never leaves your body.
Yes, and all of these things were fake. Now, where they fucked up, where other countries did it right, like countries like oh, sorry, something dropped in my living room. Yeah, I think the hiccup's coming on. Is they were honest to their population. They were like, yes, you can do this, and if you are going to do it, here's how much we recommend you do. And this is what it's going to feel like, and here's where it starts to get dangerous, and here's where it gets bad, and this is why you shouldn't do it, because, it's not good for you in the long run, like anything else, moderation, right? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, whatever dropped in there, like, threw me off entirely. Damn, what were we talking about? With the Dare?
War on drugs. So anyway, big alcohol, big tobacco.
My conspiracy
They fucked up Dare.
Yeah. The conspiracy is, so they did the whole, like, Just Say No campaign. They really tried. They really tried. And it failed, and it backfired. And so what I think has happened is they allow these drug cartels to traffic in fentanyl to make street drugs so dangerous that the natural population, the overall herd, will say no. And the people who have an issue with it, it's a problem that'll solve itself.
Yeah.
And that's why it goes into healthcare. And that's when, even when you look at it, Texas is the only state in America that borders Mexico that does not have the ability to have any marijuana legalized. And also, fentanyl test strips are illegal in this state. You can't have them. So what the fuck does that tell you? And I think that's really what it comes down to. So when you talk to, like, someone, a young generation, being older, and you're kind of like, fuck that, they're lazy, or they don't know what the world's really like. It's like, well, just look at the world that you fucking created for them, because I think that's the answer that you fucking need right there.
Grew up in the Dare. Yeah, I triple dog dare you. Do this.
It's different kind of dare. I mean, we considered, like, the dare program, because they would bring in, like, a huge, like, glass board. Yeah, they bring in a dog. Yeah. Like, they bring in a glass board of, like, samples of drugs and stuff. And we
were like,
ooh, what is this? Taking fucking notes and shit. Like, I'm gonna be in there. Well, Kaylee, it's about time to wrap it up, though, man. Is there anything you want to leave us with? Is there? I mean, you can tell Moses and I to go fuck ourselves. You can plug any kind of social media you want. You can support any charity. You can take a shit in that trash can over there. Whatever you want to do, man.
That'll be on
tape. No, just thank y'all for bringing me on. Yeah. I really had fun. Y'all are very nice people.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I love the gauges.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool, Kaylee. Well, thanks for being a voice of reason in a crazy time, man. And it was cool for you to give us a little bit of insight into what's it like being a Gen Zer and all that stuff and your lifestyle choice and everything you've been through and all that stuff, man. So anytime you want to come on, you're always more than welcome.
Of course.
But thanks.
Have more.
Yeah. I can tell you were getting a little quiet for a while there, especially if you're going on our rants. I was like, okay, here it comes.
Yeah.
But no, we made it, man. We got it. Do you have anything else, Moses?
I do not.
That's everything. All right, cool, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.